Today we're going to take a look at Google Sheets and explore some formatting and tips that we can use to make it more effective for us. What you're looking at is a sample set of data. It doesn't really matter what the data is, but it's not very clean. And by that I mean I don't think it's very pretty. So we're going to spend a couple minutes cleaning this up and making it a little bit more usable. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of my columns that have data in them. And once I've done that, I'm going to get my little selector here that goes back and forth between each of the columns in any column. Doesn't really matter which one. And I'm going to double click. When I double click on that, that's going to allow me to instantly resize my screen so that it fits the contents of each cell. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze this top row because these are actually my headers. I'm going to get my grabby hand here in the very top left corner. I'm going to pull it down one row, which means now that when I roll down through my data, you'll notice that the header values stay the same. I also feel like my header values should be bold because I'd like them to stand out. So I'm going to hit Command B on my Mac or Control B if I'm using a PC, and now I've got that bolded. Now you notice, again, it doesn't quite fit, so better go back and grab the selector there and one more time double click, now fitting my entire set of data. The last thing I'd like to do is I'd like to come over here and click Format, and I'd like to go to Alternating Colors. I don't really want to have to make it'll pop out in any specific way. I want Google to do that for me. So I'm going to click this. I'm feeling a little bit blue today, so I'm going to select my blue as my alternating colors. I'm going to turn this off just so I can see it and click back into my cell. And now you can see all of my data lining up. Now at this point, if I want to manipulate my data, I can come over here and I've got a couple of different options. I can always click on my filter and create a new filtered view and choose to filter out specific columns based on values that I want. Like maybe I wanted to see all of the distances at a certain pace from the rubber screen. Or maybe I wanted to click all the locations that matter to me, but not any blanks. So I have some different options to create some different filters there. But if I didn't want to create a filter, I actually wanted to sort all of my data. I could again grab my data and go over to my data tool here, and I can say sort range, and I can choose an advanced sort. I can let it know that it has a header, and then I can choose to sort by any one of the columns that I've selected, and I can go by alphabetical or reverse alphabetical. I could then choose to add a second sort location by reverse alphabetical, and I could sort my data like this. I hope that's been helpful and you've learned a few things. We'll pick it up more next time with some more Google tips and formatting.